You're gonna have to put her somewhere else.
Let the fans
This ain't gonna
take
work.
the wheel on live frequency
Starting, George.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Live Frequency, episode number 2. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. All right, we're going to go over some of the basic rules just so everybody knows where we're at. First off, I am your host, Ray. It is nice to see everyone again. Nobody has taken away my license to microphone. um, with us today, we do have a wonderful guest by the name of Sarah Writes Right. How you doing, Sarah?
Hey, glad to be here.
Awesome. Glad
Very
to have you.
excited.
Perfect. I do want to let everyone know who is in the chat that we will be polling throughout the event. So, how this is all going to work is Sarah's going to tell us a little bit about themselves, tell us a little story why they got into music, why AI music in general. While that happens, we will be polling for genre, vocal styles, and any additional instruments. And of course, the wheel is always an option. We will use that information afterwards to fulfill the songwriting challenge. Um, if you want to help the channel, there's always a subscribe button that you can click. Periodically in the chat, you will also see some links for Sarah's YouTube channel and Spotify. So make sure you go check out Sarah's work and show some love there as well. There is a donation link. Any donations accumulated will go to the guests of the show and to further help the production and all that stuff. And also, if you don't trust banks and you rather provide gear instead, there's also a link for a Amazon gift list that you can go. And of course, we can always use some gear. We can get a new backdrop and perhaps replace the bed sheet backdrop behind me there. That'd be great too. Um, so that is pretty much the gists of how this competition, or not competition, I like to call it competition because you never know where it's going to go, but technically it's a challenge. It's not Sarah versus I, it's we're working together. Um,
Yeah.
so, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, Sarah, how long have you been doing this exactly?
Less than 4 months. So yeah, I got an introduction into AI through a training that I did. It's actually meant for investigative tools for using AI, but she also mentioned a way to get started doing AI is through some fun apps, and Suno was one of them. And I thought, well, I like to write. I'll go on, I'll see what it's about. And within about 30 days, I had made my first song and have been completely obsessed with it since. Yeah, it's really fun.
It is fun. It is fun. I have to say, I got started. A friend of mine at work actually got into it. He was a musician, um, was in bands throughout high school and all that kind of stuff. And he just moved into an apartment where he wasn't able to do all the jamming that he used to do. So he
Mhm.
just kind of started running it through AI and getting AI to create some of the songs, and then he got from there, started learning how to play the actual songs that AI was creating, and yeah,
Ah,
it all depends on what you
that's
do with
cool.
it. Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, for me, so much of this was founded in using AI through my what I do at work. And so a way to learn to kind of read the platforms and what they're going to understand. This is probably the most fun because the output is a prize. You get a song of something you've somewhat, had a hand in creating. And the more you use it, of course, the more input you can put into it, the human element. And it's fascinating to me, the whole AI concept. So, yeah, very fun.
Nice. Nice. So you don't do this full time then?
No, no,
Okay.
I'm an auditor, which is so less exciting, but it definitely it definitely has its perks when you learn something like this. And again, with the introduction of AI into everything, it's going to make to me it makes any position that you have much more interesting, much more efficient. So yeah.
No, that's fair. Sorry, I don't mean
Mhm.
to pause, but I realized one of my chat monitors isn't working, so
Mhm.
I gotta fix it. But while I do that, why don't you go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself. Now we know you got into it, but what are your goals and that kind of thing? Like, do you hope that it goes anywhere? Do you hope it takes you anywhere? What's
Oh,
you riding this
yeah,
wave?
absolutely.
What are you hoping to get out of this?
Well, I'm currently enrolled in a prompt engineering certification, um, just to get something on paper and to learn a lot more than just playing with the tools that are out there, just to make myself a little bit more informed and give myself a little bit more credibility. And I am hoping that what I do learn, I can share. I've already initiated a lunch and learn, if you will, with a different agency, and hope that I can introduce it to them in a way because so many people you would think that would be using AI just in general aren't. There's a fear factor, there's a it's more work factor, that's a oh god, I have to write something factor, and it's a wall that people hit that they don't want to climb. And I think anytime you can introduce something that makes it fun, and you can see that clearly throughout social media with everyone using it for their Facebook profile pictures or the cool Christmas pictures, or it's there. It's a tool. It's usable, but it's also applicable in your office. And it doesn't have to be a disaster. It doesn't have to be more work. It can actually be useful and something that you turn to, just like you would a coworker or your boss. So it's, yeah. And I'm from Florida. We've been experiencing too much of your weather and not sure why, but hoping that stops soon because none of
Good
us are
lord.
prepared for it. Like you all are like, yeah, we'll just get
Uh,
the park out. We'll be fine. We're like, do we even own a coat? I don't know if I own a coat. So
don't
it's a
worry.
totally
Yeah.
different world for us down here. But yeah, and I grew up here, haven't moved from here, went to college here, just had kids, everything, done the whole group thing here. So, but the introduction of AI with Suno is specifically, um, has made a impact on all kinds of choices as far as, you know, what I'm going to do with AI. So it's still a work in progress because I'm not sure exactly where to direct my interest, but it is, and I say interest lightly, it is a complete obsession. It's really awful. And I know there's others out there that are thinking the same thing, that are in the same
Yeah.
position I'm in, and they're just like, ooh, how much can I learn of this? So yeah, I'm speaking to them. So,
Nice. Uh, Joe, by the way, says hi. I don't know if you see his
oh,
message or not, but yeah. So Joe's in the room. How's it going, Joe? How you
ah,
doing?
hi, Joe. Yeah, Joe is a friend of mine for a long, long time, and his knowledge in music is outstanding. I learned so much and still keep up with all the music I've listened to
Nice.
with him in our early 20s. So, yeah. Hey, Joe.
Nice. We did start polling for genre, by the way. That is turned on. I don't mean to interrupt Joe. I'm sure he's going to be talking here in a moment. So, but what I do want to do is just show the little in progress. If you want to partake in the poll for on Twitch or YouTube, you need to use the exclamation mark vote and then space and then put in your option for the vote as it stands. So we are polling for genre at this point, which is pop. Option one is pop. Option two is rock. Option three is ambient or ambient. I don't know if that's French or English pronunciations. I never know. And sometimes I'll pronounce it in both at the same time. Four is alternative, and five is indie. So those are the options that you can choose from. So go ahead and make your selections now. So, oh, I just took Sarah away. There you go. There you're back.
Nah, that's okay. I'm back.
So
And that could be
yes,
another Joe. Let me interrupt. There could be another Joe out there. I actually know two. And if it's my other Joe, he's a new friend.
uh,
Creates beautiful music. So
well, the name
check him out
says
if you can.
Joe Peary.
Okay. Yes, that's Joe. He's my new friend. And yes, he
There you
makes
go.
beautiful music and you gotta check him out.
Nice. Nice. And Joe's actually voted for indie. Oh, did it not mark the poll? It should. Yeah. Hang on. Let's see why it's not working here. I should be able to do it. So Or maybe it's all one word. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's all one word. No. So it's hash. So. Oh no, okay. Never mind. It's counting for it. My bad. It is counting. We're right now India is in the lead. So all right. There you go. So this is the new friend Joe. Well, there you go. I believe I think I've been trying to coax Joe to come to the show as well. So hopefully this will make or break. You know, I'm either gonna get a message from Joe that says no, forget it, or maybe I want to partake, and that'd be cool too. So, Sarah, what I want to know, here's a question that I think I'm gonna ask everybody that joins the show, and it's, where do you think you would draw the line on AI? What's your take on that? I know we discussed it a little bit, and I think it goes a little deeper than just a one-word answer, but I think it's a good thing to look at, right? While we're on the topic. Oh, I think you might have muted yourself there. Did we mute you?
Ah, here I am.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, obviously you don't want it to take over the world. I mean, I think that's everyone's biggest fear. We start being replaced and eliminated. So let's not eliminate humankind, because that's a problem. But I think um, I don't know that there is a limit at this point, as long as it's us remaining in control over what it controls. So does that answer it? I'm not even
Yes,
sure.
no, I actually
So,
love your answer because my big thing with AI is always, and that's technology in general. I have no problems with technology. I think
sure.
technology is amazing. I deal a lot with internet and all that kind of stuff, but I think my issue is once it starts replacing people. And I know it sounds a little hypocritical because of the
Oh,
context
yeah.
of where we're at right now. And it's like, well, you're using AI to generate music, but I use it to generate music for fun. Without
Yes.
AI, we would not be able to do this, right?
Correct.
Whereas I have issues with self checkouts, for example, at stores, because for every self checkout, that's one person that doesn't have a job. I was
Sure.
okay when the calculator was invented and people had to stop using abacuses, or abacais, or however you want to pronounce it. Um, I also never had a problem when the cash register would tell you how much change to give. Where I started having a bit of an issue is at like McDonald's, where it's like the cashier puts your money in and it spits out the change, and I'm thinking like now that person
Mm.
doesn't even need to know math, which is a bit of a problem. Um, but self checkouts I think went too far. Um, and that's where my
Well,
issue with AI lies. And so I like the fact that you're like,
yeah.
we need to keep the checks and balances and make sure we still control it, because I feel like once it starts replacing people, that's where we get into danger. So no, I like that answer actually. That's really
Well,
cool.
and it's very true. Even with what I do, it's people are afraid to use it because they're afraid it'll be inaccurate. They're afraid that,
Oh,
well,
and it
never
is.
once does anyone, yeah, and oh, 100%, yeah,
It
and
can
never
be
once does it say it's
100%.
going to replace the human brain. And it's constantly learning. So every time you do use it, the less checks you're going to have to make because it knows it. And part of the prompt component, if you will, of this is that you're asking it specifically for what you do need and what you are needing the results to be. And that's, not always easy for everybody. They think oh, I need you to review this. Well, that's fine. You're giving them a general prompt.
Yep.
Maybe
Yep.
you'll get the answer you want. No, you need to be tremendously specific about what you need from it and then go back and
Right.
humanly check it. So,
Yeah. And I hope they never take that away. You know what I mean? Like the fact
right.
that
Agreed.
professors can still tell when a paper is AI generated because
Yeah.
of the lines that it uses, like, this is not like any other of this, and blah, blah,
Oh,
blah, right?
sure.
Like, it's got that signature into it, which I really hope never goes away, because that's kind of how we can differentiate what's what. Um,
Agreed.
AI's
We don't want
gotten,
to take
you
away
know,
the creativity.
No,
Right. We don't want to take away human creativity.
no, and I'm just
That's the
worried
end
that
goal.
like you're going to get to the point where it's like 70-year-old people on TikTok are going to be buying things because they're totally going to believe that this, seal broke through the ice or whatever viral video it is at that point, right?
Hmm.
Um,
Well,
it's already
you know,
getting there, so
you're
it's
never
it's
going to
getting
save
scary.
you're never going to save 100% of the people from themselves. That's for sure.
That
You have
well,
to be able to rely on the fact that people will think. So
that is true.
for sure.
We did go ahead and open up the second poll, which is for vocal styles. So again, you've got the option of male vocals, female vocals, or we can do duet. Or you can use the wheel. So if you vote the wheel, then we let the wheel decide what the vocal style will be. So feel free, that's always an option. Um, let's see here. Anybody, by the way, if anybody has questions for Sarah in the chat, feel free to ask away. Just type what you want. Um, let's see. What's your? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but I feel like we both have a very different way of approaching it. So I'm going to ask, where do you draw the inspiration for your lyrics? Now I know that you put out technically an album that feel like it was all about being single. Um,
Yeah,
when I looked at
it was
so
kind of about that. Yeah. Lyrics was a fun new adventure for me because I have always written. I've written blogs, I've written short stories. Actually started off as creative writing uh, for my degree and realized quickly I was not as great as some of the people out there. So that switched. But lyrics, I guess from everything that I come into contact with, but lyrics became something that I had to rethink because throwing my writing in there the way I write my poetry or something really did not work. So it was having to rethink, like the computer and or the platform, and think, okay, what will fit with this, with the type of genre that I'm going to use, the what kind of am I have I had a bad day? So it all falls on other people's experiences, my own experiences, pretty much everything. So yeah, that's it doesn't everybody's. I kind of feel like mine get mixed up. Maybe there are a few specifics in there, but in general, if somebody's upset one of my friends or yeah, they're almost always angry, which sounds really terrible because I might be the nicest person you'll ever meet, but you would never know that from anything that I've written. So yeah,
no,
and
yeah.
yeah,
I was listening to your playlist and your albums and stuff
yeah.
on Spotify. I did that for about a week. My song lyrics tend to come from a lot of actions and observations of actions, whereas yours seems to be more emotional based, I guess. Um, but yeah, no, I have to say I actually enjoyed the album, even though it was about being single and I'm married. It didn't matter. The music was good.
Well,
Um,
it's nothing. I had one comment say, "Oh, this took me back to my 20s," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Sadly, it sometimes takes me back to my 20s too." But yeah, yeah, it's. I think everybody can identify with any kind of anger or you know
yeah,
emotional reactions. So clearly, if you're writing catchy, singable, emotional lyrics, people are going to 100% be able to identify with it in any capacity. We've all been there, so yeah, no matter what. So.
yes.
And yeah,
No, that's fair. By the way, I know you can't hear
yeah.
it, but your tracks are playing in the background right now. So
Oh, yeah. I
if
can't hear any
anybody
of it, but that's good. Good. Great.
if anybody wonders what Sarah sounds like or what the music is, you can hear it playing in the background. So feel free to listen in. Sarah will be introducing one of her main focus songs once we're done the polling here and such. But um,
Now, are we going to do the prompts for as like a combo prompt, or are we just doing singular on this one
for which?
for the song that we're going to create? I know that Indy was leading in the lead.
Yep, Indy is leading.
Are we going to do a combo, or are we just going to kind of
Not sure yet.
do
We'll
singular?
get to
Sure.
that point.
Okay.
We'll get to that one. Right now, it
Good
looks
enough.
like male voice. We have a tie between male and wheel when it comes to vocals, so I think we'll go wheel on that, and we'll let the wheel decide.
Okay. Awesome. That makes it
Yeah,
more fun.
yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. So we'll go ahead and we'll close that poll down. Down. The next thing we're going to pull now is for additional instruments, and I'm kind of hoping the flute wins.
Yeah, well,
Just
me too. Why? I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know. I don't know. Tambourine, I feel like if we
picky.
do that, then it's going to take us to some Led Zeppelin vibes. So I don't know.
Uh,
Um,
or maybe, yeah, something 70s and something maybe
yeah,
too country, but then that's where Suno's head goes every single time. So it's kind of hard to
it so is.
take that. We have to like almost beat it out of it. So yeah.
Yeah, and if for anybody who's not sure, feel free to check out the other episode that we did with System, and you'll see we had a country jazz, and it did not want to bring in the jazz.
Nope.
It does two generations at a time, and it generated country both times. So we had to change the prompt to make it jazz with country, and then it was kind of like, okay, I'll bring in some jazz. But even then, it wouldn't let go of the country until we changed the time signature from 4/4 to 5/4. Then it got jazzy.
Right.
But yeah, Suno does not like letting go of that. Piano would be okay.
No.
You
Okay.
don't like piano though,
Right.
eh? You're not a piano fan.
It's because the
Billy
way
Joel would be
the AI
disappointed
music
with you.
to me, yeah, the way the AI music to me sounds, it's not anything against pianos. I love piano. But if you introduce it into any kind of genre that's not fairly classic, the piano sounds so displaced to me. It does sounds out of
Sounds out of
doesn't
place. Yeah,
belong there. Like
yeah.
one of these things, yeah, it doesn't
Uh,
belong there.
s-
So if maybe you're producing your own music, fabulous, that's great. But if you're throwing it into a computer program that says, okay, put a piano somewhere in here, I haven't figured out a way to make it work with what I do. Again, that's simply because I've stayed so very narrow on my genre and my because to me the consistency is a prompting miracle. So if it happens, so yeah,
that's fair.
but the piano just seems out of place. Not because I don't love the instrument. I don't want to get any haters out there who are
Mhm.
pianists because I do, and God knows I wish I could play it, but
Yeah,
um, yeah, it's
synthesizer.
certainly not.
Sorry, sorry. No, I was gonna say synthesizer is one of those instruments where you can never tell when Suno produces it. Right next to
Right.
guitar, you never know which is which. It will blur the
Yeah,
line between electric guitar and synthesizer. So I kind of hope that
for
one
sure.
doesn't win. I think flute is one I've never actually played with yet, and I'm really interested. I didn't even try it. After you sent me this list and I updated the polls, I was like, I'm just going to stay away from flute just to see. I want to be surprised if it wins and I hear it. But feel free also,
Yeah,
Suno.
I thought
There is a
that
live
was a fun one.
frequency. Yeah. There's a live frequency page for Suno, by the way. So all this generated music that we're doing today and all the other episodes or whatnots will be there if you want to listen to it. Feel free. Also, I have a little test thing where I'm testing different prompts and different things. Now, my lyrics don't really change because I just kind of found lyrics that Suno's not going to mispronounce in the middle of it. And it's been doing
Hmm.
okay with that. But I do test away. It looks like I'm trying to see which one won here for additional instrument.
Yeah, which one?
Um,
One additional instrument.
yeah, which one? Hold on. Start a
Do we have a
poll
winner on
vocal.
the additional instrument?
No, that's well. I'm looking for it. Bear with me. Oh wait, it's because
No, I'm sorry. I was
I didn't.
asking our
Yeah.
helper.
Oh. Oh yeah, we got our helper too. I forget that he's there. So quiet. Let's see. So, did anybody win? I don't think anybody voted for additional instruments,
Ah, well then maybe you can have your flute. Let's just see
right?
what it does.
I'm gonna check and
I
see
think that'll
here.
work.
Usually it tells me if anybody won, so I'm not seeing.
Any
Poll has
did we
opened, blah
decide
blah.
male vocals, correct? It's going to
Wheel
be a male
the wheel
vocal.
for the vocal.
Oh, wheel vocal. Okay,
Yep.
that's right.
So we'll find out. Yeah, you know what? Oh, there you go. Flute. Flute's winning. So it looks like we got
All
flute
right,
for
flute. Go
additional
flute.
instrument. Nice.
We might as well. I can't. Indie's not a bad mix for a flute. If it had
It's
been
not.
heavy metal, we might have had an issue. So,
Well, you
although I don't know, I
say
think
that, but
Suno can make most things incorporated in there.
Jethro Tull did a good
Yeah,
job.
true. And I've layered. I have a song that we're going to talk about that I layered 5 different prompts, and it originally started with a rap song. So, you know,
Nice.
anything's
Nice.
possible.
What's going on here? Whoops. Cancel. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. For some reason, it's not. Okay. Apparently the poll didn't want to close, so I don't know what happened. So now it shows that it was canceled. It didn't cancel, it's just nobody voted and it wouldn't let me end it, but I apologize. And here we'll see about additional genres. So if we get a yes for additional genre, which, sorry, gee, I forgot to tell you about this in the background there. But the additional genre poll, technically, if yes wins, what we do is we're going to use the wheel to pick one of the other 5 genres, and then we mix
Okay.
them together is what it is. So we might get like an indie rock or an indie pop or an indie something, and we'll go from there. All right. So we just opened up that poll. We got a yes or a no. It's a quick one. Just vote yes or no, and then we'll use the wheel for the rest of it from there. But that's the last poll, and then after that, by the way, if anybody has a topic that they want to give us to write a song about, feel free to type it in the chat. Actually, Joe, if you're still here, I can't see who's here or not, but Joe, if you're still in the chat, I'll let you pick a topic if you want. You can generate our topic. Um, so you're on what platforms are you on, Sarah? You're on YouTube. You're on Spotify.
Mhm.
Are you on any
I
other
am.
streaming services?
I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook has a creator page under my name.
Nice. I'll have to add you to TikTok.
I'm also,
I think I'm
yeah,
following you. Am
TikTok,
I?
and
Am I following you on TikTok? I
yeah,
can't remember.
and YouTube is. I'm barely on TikTok. The amount of time that these creators spend on these platforms is outrageous. So, yeah, if I didn't have to go to my day job, I would totally be manning them at the meal. But most of them, I just post my work. Future hopes for people to see some of the things I've been able to create with AI, and see how my abilities progress as I learn. And yeah, it's interesting to see the world through what these people do on a day-to-day basis when you're even just struggling to, like, how do I put this video on here. So they're very talented uh, group of people.
Nice.
Let's see. I'll
Yeah,
just
I
fix
did share. By the way, I shared your Spotify and I shared your YouTube link. That's going to be popping up in the chat
perfect.
periodically. I feel like Facebook would be one that maybe you advertise all your other links on, but I wasn't 100%
Yeah,
sure. But
I'm mostly on Facebook. That's where, if I'm going to be centered, need to divide my personal Facebook and my actual creative page a little bit better than I've been doing. But since this is so extraordinarily new, it's just been something I wanted to share with everybody and share with my friends, and how exciting it really all is as far as the abilities that you can use AI for. And the music is just so super fun. And if you don't write, you can still create something with so quickly, so incredibly quickly. And I get that a lot of times is a big negative, especially for musicians and
yeah,
other creators, because they're like, I spend years developing my craft. Well, and that's true. And you are still going to win this game because of your talent. But it allows all of us lay people to participate, you know, get a little participation ribbon, and it's super fun that way. So,
yeah, it is.
yeah, I
Joe,
hate that there's no more.
Yeah, sorry, I think Joe's having issues using the prompt, and to be honest, it shouldn't be that complicated. So if you're having issues, I just want to make sure that everything's working properly. Um, so I did put there, Joe, for you. You got to use the exclamation mark vote command, and then space and put in your selection. So in this case, right now for the poll, it's either a yes or no. So if you use the exclamation mark vote and then put space and then yes or no, whichever your selection is, and press enter. And this is all done in the chat, by the way. So if you want to try that now, I'm fully okay with waiting to see what happens. I'll be able to see if anything populates here on my end, and we can make sure that everything's working properly. Because it should work. We had, to be honest, the first episode with System wasn't so bad. We did run into some issues, but it wasn't so bad. This one, I don't know what's going on. It's really testing my skills here, and they're not that advanced in some cases. Like I do okay, but um,
Well, I think you're pretty amazing. I'm glad that you're at the helm because me freaking out about just getting you the right prompt
well, that's the
is
key.
enough for
That's the
me.
key is to not freak out.
Enough
That's
for
the
me.
entire key.
Yeah. Yeah, hoping it all goes through once we get into the Suno. That's the prize. So
That
yeah,
is.
we
That
want to make
is.
sure we can do this.
Were
And
you
even if
were you able to get that working, Joe? Did that work for you? I don't usually call out chat people just by name like
yeah,
this. This is kind of weird. This is a first for me. But I'm not seeing anything populate here, so I'm hoping it's working. Otherwise, just type. Sorry, not tap, but type in the chat if you want a yes or no, and I'll take your vote in. I can manually change it here on my end, so I have to say
and
I'm sorry. I know that things keep kind of dying, but it's like your songs are playing in the background of my headphones right now, and every once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, I like this part.
oh,
So
good. Oh, that's so sweet.
I get carried away a little
And
bit.
it's one of those.
But,
The songs are fun. I like I said, I layer the prompts. I start off with
mm-hmm.
some weird genre. I steal prompts from people, don't tell them, and I use
We
parts of
won't.
them
It's
because
okay
their
as long as you
songs are
don't.
so unique. And I'm not infringing, just parts of them. So,
Yep.
um, but I've met so many incredibly talented people that are not, mainstream music that have day jobs where they're artists or they're computer techs, and their ability to produce unique sounding music astounds me. And so I've forced them to become my Facebook friends, forced them to share their life stories with me so that I can get some insight into how that creativity develops. Because to me, these AI tools are meant for people that have hidden, unused, untapped talents that are just there and love for them to be showcased. In fact, I even thought about asking their permission to use them and doing that on this, but I'm hoping that I can convince them to be one of your guests and share that
Yeah,
information themselves. Because if you go out and if
I
you've
would
never
love it.
used Suno and this is your first time listening to it,
Go
log
play it.
on,
They have a
listen to
free.
some of
They
these
have a free
creators.
account you can do. That's how I started.
Sure, and you
Just
can
using the
even
free account.
yeah, and just listen to everybody. Listen to the top. Go to my playlists. I've got them all. Every so often, I'll go into one of our creator pages on Facebook and I'll ask for your favorite song that you like or a particular style or something. And I make my playlist. I walk to it at work. I listen to so much music that is not on the radio now because it's so creative and you just have no idea what's out there. It's mind blowing, and the number of people that I've met from different countries. I mean, we're in Suno's in 30 different countries, and they all can write in their own language. I've thrown things into chat to interpret, to translate, and it's it's just crazy how much talent's out there, and I'm super excited that they've shared their experiences with me, and I'm learning from them in every single way that you can possibly imagine. So shout out to y'all know who you are.
Right. Oh, and we got a follower. Nice. Nice. I'm not sure which platform. I think that's a Kick follower, to be honest. Yeah, it is. Nice. Well, thank you. All right. So Joe has replied. He wants us to write a Broken Heart song in indie, and we're
Okay.
not sure what it's going to be. So I'm just noting this, by the way. There. So if you guys see the the
Awesome.
Discord chat just start blowing up here, just know that I'm taking notes. Awesome. So we've got that. We've got all our polling. We need to find out exactly what's going on. So let me just stop the musics here in the background. All right. So we've stopped it. We're gonna flip over to the wheel of choices. I believe our options right now. So we need vocal. We need to know if we're doing a duet, male or female, or what vocal. So let's flip over to the wheel of choices and get that underway. So,
Wheel of choices.
okay, and wheel of voices is the one we need to use. So let's turn that wheel on. Vocal wheel. Boop. Look at that. I even changed the logo in the middle of the wheel. I've been redoing all the logos now. That's so much more work than I thought it was going to be, and I was.
I like
It's,
it though. It's really cool.
yeah, I found the first one was just really. As much as I did like it, I tend to have a thing for really busy patterns. You wouldn't guess the way I dress. I'm usually just a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy, but when it comes to like backgrounds and backdrops, I really had to like
Sure.
convince myself that a black backdrop is really the best thing for this because I
Mm.
was looking at all sorts of patterns and colors and it was kind of crazy. Oh,
Yeah,
I
you,
think
you don't
I
want to give yourself
just
seizures, that's for
broke
sure.
it.
You want to make sure that you can watch it comfortably.
I
So
mean,
yeah, but you know what? The color pops more on the black background. So you're winning.
well, yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm sure everybody at work just got annoyed because it was constant, like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And people were probably like, oh, it's going to be Monday, and
Oh
Remy's been
well.
playing around with Photoshop, so now he's going to have a million questions for
Well,
us.
and I honestly think that that's everyone that's into AI right now, especially as it's exploding and being forced upon the workforce. If you're that person in your office or your friend group that
Yeah,
is totally into AI music or AI photos or AI engineering,
yeah.
you are driving your family and your friends completely crazy. And stop, talk to us, come into the
we,
community.
we can
Let's
be
build a
friends. We
community
can
of
be
like
friends.
minds. Yes, we need our stability, but we cannot rely on people who are,
Your
you know,
spouses don't
tired of
care.
hearing it. So no, they would like for us to not talk about that at least 20 minutes out of the day that
Right?
we spend with them.
At
So
least. All right, so I
yeah,
got the wheel
yeah, I
loaded
think
here.
that happens.
I think I'm sharing the proper screen with you in Discord, Sarah. So if you want to look at the wheel and see what choices we got, but so here we are. We're gonna start it. Let's see if we get male, female, or if we get a duet male, female, or male, male, or female, female. We'll see what happens. There's a few more options here,
Where are we
so
going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
it spins at different rates depending on which screen I'm looking at. So it's a little
Okay.
confusing for
Well, we
me,
know it's a
but
male.
well, maybe it spins for quite a while. It's pretty dramatic there.
Okay, it's still
Yeah, it's still going. It might go to
mine says
5.
stop.
No, all right, we're at male. There you go.
Okay.
So we are male. Now I do have a persona that I created. It was supposed to be for my voice. It didn't always turn out so well. Um,
Oh, well, let's
but
use that.
yeah, we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
use
yeah.
it. It may not sound like me at all, and it may sound a lot like me. You know, AI being AI.
Well,
So
you've got the great radio
see where it
voice. Let me
goes.
tell you, that's somebody that
Yeah, I got
hates to hear the
yeah.
sound of her own
I
voice.
have a face for radio too. I was told. Um,
Be nice now.
all right,
That is not
so
true.
that is so just as a quick review to make sure we're all on par here. So we've got indie for genre. We've
Okay, are we
got
doing single indie or are we doing a
oh
double?
we do have an additional yes. So let's get to that wheel as well. Sorry. Trying to keep track of everything all at once here. It's hard to
That's
keep
all
track
right.
of everything when you're
You're doing
keeping
great.
track of everything.
Well, and you're keeping track of everything, and everything is yours to keep track of for sure.
Here we go. All right. Rock, pop, ambient, indie. Yes. So let me turn that wheel on now. But did I note that vocal? Oh yeah, sorry. So vocal is male.
I gotcha.
There we go.
Gotcha.
And now we're going to turn off that wheel and bring the genre wheel in. And let's see if we get a secondary genre that I wonder what ambient indie would sound like.
I know. I was like, how weird can we make this?
Right?
Because you never know. I mean, seriously, it can
No.
make anything. It's like
Yeah.
nothing, no tool I've ever seen. Because if you ask Gemini to mix things up, Gemini will
Oh,
not.
that'll mix it up.
It will not respond well. So
It gets mixed up.
trust me.
Uh,
Trust me. I asked it to create pictures I thought were fairly straightforward, and it gives me these bizarro world responses. So yeah.
yeah. Looks like we got ambient
It,
or ambient. I don't know
okay.
how it's pronounced in
Even
different
better.
parts of the world, but so
Well,
we've got
and
indie
that's okay. We're about to
ambient
throw it into the chat.
style.
And,
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a quick note of this here. Male vocals with
I'm sending you the
flute.
prompt in just a second.
All right. I didn't spell vocals
Give me
right on
2
that, but
seconds.
no worries.
You're
Actually, before
okay.
you do that, don't worry about that just quite yet.
Uh-huh.
You need to introduce your song, which I have
Ooh.
here. I'm going to turn up the volume though to make sure that everybody can hear it properly. So, I believe the song you want us to listen to is I Want What I Want. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, and there's a reason for that. That was the one that I just had been talking about that I used a layer of prompts with it, and it started off as a rap song, and the original is truly a rap song. And so as I built it, and I kept adding layers of like different instruments and different placements of the wording so that the song would hit in different places, it ended up being this. It kept a small smidgen of the rap, and my always joke that my character, my avatar, is Avril, because that's when I started doing this with Suno. The entire choices that I had were two, and it would either make me extraordinarily country or it would make me um, Avril Lavigne. So I chose Avril because that's where most of my songs that I was creating went, and it just sort of I started prompting it, and prompting it, and prompting it, and then I have a persona that I use on there, like you were talking about using on the Suno app. There is a way to create one. It doesn't always go through. I end up handwriting my prompts each time just to make sure that it stays tight with that sound. But that particular song is multi-layered prompting, so that's why I chose it.
Nice. Perfect. So, let's go ahead. I forgot to switch the screen so that we're not just staring at the wheels here. So bear with me. We're going to switch screens back, and then we will listen to I Want What I Want by Sarah Writes Right.
Something new to get into. Let's review, yeah.
There we go. And we are back. All right. So this is I Want What I Want by Sarah Writes Right. Sorry. I was listening to it already
That's
during
okay.
a sound test and I paused it instead of stopped it. Here we go.
I don't know what's happening and I'm good with the nod. I don't need a definition, I am sure of what I've got. It doesn't take a lot to see, you can't get even a say. My life's completely up to me, wasn't born yesterday. What's my future? It's not my past. Not gonna hang it if it won't last. And that's okay now, cause honestly I want what I want, yeah, just for me. You say you want what you don't have, and now I'm thinking that's too bad. Cause you had it and let it go, It's not my past. Not gonna hang in if it won't last. And that's okay now, 'cause honestly, I want what I want, yeah, just for me. So don't you tell me it's gonna change. You've been here all along, and it's been all the same. I am all over this entire way. Life doesn't flip in just one day. You know I know it, you know it too. Better just move on now, I'm over you. What's my future? It's not my past. Not gonna hang in if it won't last. And that's okay now, 'cause honestly, I want what I want, yeah, just for me.
There you go.
All right. That was actually pretty good. I like that song,
Cut,
to be honest.
cut, cut,
Um,
cut and paste is not my friend today, just so that you know.
yeah, it's possible.
It
It's
is
possible.
defying me. Let's do this. There we go.
Okay, so we're gonna switch over here to our Suno song creation. By the way, yeah. Here we go. So I'll start setting this up here while you. Oh, did you get the prompt? There you go. Oh, we got that
That's
4/4
up to you.
time
If you've
signature.
got one
I
already,
love
do
it.
that. And like I
No,
said,
no,
it's
I like the songs being in the style of the guests, so that's why
hmm.
I asked that you guys write the. Oh wait, now my copy and paste may not work, and I hope that's not going to be.
Oh, hopefully I
I,
didn't
I
say
got it.
using the word bug
Yeah,
because it was deleting everything that I was trying to copy and
there
paste
we
and
go.
cutting it. And I'm like, I'm
There
not
we go.
saying that.
Yeah, so we got some 4/4 time, 175 beats per minute. That's pretty
Yeah, it's
specific.
gonna make it a little quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's generally what most of my songs are in now.
Yeah.
Can I verify that? No, because I'm not a musician. I have no
No.
earthly
No.
idea. But
Hang on, let's see here. I
that is
want to
what I
take a
prompt.
uh,
That's how they come out.
quick
Yeah.
look. Let's see. Average
And feel free to add
BPM
anything to it.
for indie music. Yeah, 100 to 130. So I think we'll
It's a
slow
little
her
bit
down a
slower.
little
Right.
bit. let's uh let's put it I think it's 120 I think is the average musical
That'll work.
beat. So we'll put it at about that. Male lead vocal, da-da, broken heart song and ambient, indie fusion, reverb. Oh, I like that. Reverb, heavy, clean guitar patterns, melodic bass guitar, um, and understated drums.
And so
General.
many of my indie creator friends use language that is way more out there and things that they'll throw in there for sounds
Yeah,
that it never occurred to me. And I'm assuming that those are things that people can create in their minds because they're hearing it. They hear what they want it to sound like. They hear
yeah, yeah.
different instruments,
That's
and
fair.
it's very interesting to me. Yeah, the
My,
amount of language that they use in these prompts, I'm always like, how's that going to make that make a sound? But it does, and the way that Suno reads it, I've had people say toilets flushing, the sound of a toilet flushing, and I'm like, okay, why not? Let's see what this does. And sure enough,
hang
it'll
on a
make a
second.
really cool sound, and Suno interprets it somehow, and these AI tools fascinate me. So what it's learning, I don't really know. How it's logging that as a sound or a bit, I could not tell
Yeah.
you, but it does produce music when you enter the strangest of things. So kudos to people who can think outside the box that big.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me
Genius.
wrong, I play music and I was in bands in high school and such, and I can hear some stuff,
Mhm.
but not to the degree that I've seen some of these prompts be where they're like,
No.
walls of text of prompts. I'm a little more brute force.
Correct.
I'll put in the time signature, the BPM. Sometimes I let Suno decide the BPM. And then usually I'll put in my instruments and such, yeah, and then I'll generate it and then usually build it from there. This is something that I had to get used to when I was writing the idea for this challenge because again, I'm one of those people that'll prompt and then I'm like, I don't know, and I'll prompt again, and then I'll be like, we'll change it a little bit, and then I'll prompt again. So it might come down to that before we have something. Who knows? I'm not
That's
opposed to it by
okay.
any means, right? It's part of the fun, but I'll add
Sure.
that space here. Um,
Well, and I think that obviously doing something over and over again in different ways teaches you different outputs, and
yeah. Yeah. Well, if you
it's
do it,
always amazing to me that if you want the consistency, you can use the same things over and over again, but it's always fun to try something different, even if just parts of other people's prompts. They're
yeah,
mile long prompts, but yeah,
100%.
because it
I
does help. It does definitely bring it,
yeah, we didn't upload audio, so therefore the audio influence is going to matter. System
right?
does not like to go above 70 on weirdness. Have you tried anything different?
Weirdness will take you to the extremes of whatever the most electronic sound that it comes out with.
Yeah.
Hopefully, wouldn't do it with the vocals.
Oh.
My prompting for my vocals is pretty strict, but the
Yeah.
weirdness will definitely go and hit.
What do you
One of my
usually
songs
put your
that
weirdness at?
usually 50% because I'm a pretty conservative person, but
We'll push it. We'll go 70.
I have a song called Normal Guy where I push the weirdness up, and it
Because
took
that's what
and
it
if you
does.
listen
Yeah.
to it, it's a very Munsters sound to it.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's old enough to remember watching that,
Yeah.
but yeah,
All
it's
right.
very Munsters sound to it. So yeah, it'll do it, but it'll also it can intrude on your vocals and it can intrude in places you don't want it
Uh,
to. So it's up to you. We can go crazy
let's
with
go
it. I'm good.
65. We'll go 65. We'll go in the
Okay,
middle. And then we'll play with it if we need to later. All right, so we've got
sure.
that. We've got the style. So now we know that we're writing about a broken heart. Um, any starting line that you want to start with, Sarah, to introduce this broken heart? Which, by the way, if anybody in the
Ah,
chats has ideas on lyrics or wants to throw some rhymes in, feel free to do so, and we'll incorporate them
oh
where we
God, are we
can.
writing the prompt? Are we
I'm
writing the
totally okay
lyrics
with
right
it.
now at this point?
Yeah, yeah, this is where we're at.
Uh,
This
okay,
is where we're at. Again, my I don't know if you can tell. I didn't rename any of my songs here, so if you look at the screen that I'm sharing, some of these are in there, and you'll see that a lot of
sure.
them are all kind of the same. But
I listened to them
like,
last night. Yes.
did you? Yeah, mine are very, very action
Yeah.
based. For a big guy
Sure.
that spends a lot of time messing with AI and computers, I do a lot of action based things when it comes to songwriting. Apparently, um, so the songs I used to write back in high school were always like, I'm doing things and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I don't know why that kind of came from that songwriting style, but yeah, exactly.
Right.
Um,
Well, I liked it. But
so
then, I'm all about the whole big sound of
and
guitar, so
yeah,
I love it.
and it all
So,
comes off the top of my head for the
as
most part, but
far as lyrics go, do you want to write an entire thing or just do you want to lead?
well, I mean, we can write, a
No?
verse or two, and then throw a chorus in there, and then maybe put in a flute solo prompt or something, and we'll go with it, right?
Are we using the lyrics that we've discussed here in the chat?
We can if we want
Want to
to.
keep
If you've got anything better you want to use, just let me know, and I will type it up. I'm totally okay with it. Technically, I just kind of threw
I
something in the chat just to help prevent writer's block, is all it is. Because sometimes people,
Oh, gotcha. I
just
did
in
not
case it
prepare lyrics.
happens,
I thought we were
yeah.
chatting lyrics, so I had not
Yeah, no,
prepared
that's
anything.
that's what we're doing. We're chatting. It's not prepared. We didn't know
Okay.
what we were writing until
Okay.
Joe mentioned a broken heart. So, right,
Yeah.
keep in
Okay.
mind.
So I had not chat GPT'd anything, and
No,
normally
that's
it would take
fine.
me a minute just to sit.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
I like this. I so it's a broken heart song, which means clearly it's going to be about somebody leaving. It's got to be a significant other leaving. I guess. I mean,
Yeah, I
unless you
can.
want to do a double meaning. It's indie, so indie tends to be a little more gloomy. Right? When I think indie, I think a lot of like rain outside, a gray sky.
Yep.
So here you go. Let's start with
Yep.
that. Clouds in the sky, gray as can be.
Here's one I'll grab for you, and that might
We
actually
got to
rhyme
keep
with
it
what
in
you
four
just wrote.
four. Yeah, we got to
Type.
keep it in 4/4 time, and then we can mess around with it later if we need to. But so
Let's
clouds
see
in
if
the
this will
sky,
work.
gray as can be. Dreaming of
I don't know.
you,
Maybe that doesn't rhyme.
still here with me.
There you go.
I'll get flowing as I get warmed up. The hardest part is always getting it started here. Your mug is still by the sink upside down. There you go. Yeah, I like that one. I'm gonna use that. Your mug is still by the sink upside down, like it's waiting for your hands to come around. How long do we want this verse to be anyway? You want to do four? Let's
Um,
go six. It's 4/4 times, so you want to keep it in even numbers. So we could do six, I guess. Here, we painted our dreams. There, I like this one. We painted dreams on these paper thin walls. Now every color just quietly falls. And that'll be verse number one.
oh, that's sweet.
So let's put in here verse one. Now there are prompts we can do. I guess we could make it verse one, and then it's square. I can never get the square. There we go. Gently spoken. Uh, gently spoken. Yeah. Oh, see, I can never get the stupid square. Bracket.
It, yeah, the brackets. The brackets are fun too.
Yeah.
Everyone I see that generates songs on Suno can use the parentheses for like any kind of echo back, or mine just reads it straight through. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing wrong, but it will not use it as a prompt, but use it as lyrics. And so anyone that wants to inform me on how to do that better, I'm so ready
Um,
to learn that because every time
I think it's a square. It's got to be the
well,
square brackets. I don't know. I've so
yeah,
far I've been
but
pretty
I
lucky,
swear to
but
you, I tell you, my son can write them and he uses the parentheses and I'm like, how, why does it do
uh,
that for you? And it won't do that for me. It's almost like insulting that it won't listen to
yeah,
what I'm saying, but it listens to what he's saying. Like, does it like you better? And you start to get weird about it.
then
So
maybe
yeah,
not.
it's crazy.
Yeah, that's funny. All right.
Well,
Let's
I
see. What did
apologize for
you?
not being
No.
better prepared for the lyrics.
Wow, we didn't
Was
even
hoping
know.
we'd use
Don't
chat.
worry. We didn't know. You can feel free to do so.
Yeah,
Right? Feel
I
free.
can
I
do.
mean, we're just whipping up lyrics
I
here.
will
We're
do.
we're chit chatting lyrics away. There was nothing
All
to
right,
be
where are you
prepared
in it?
about. Second verse. So I did put the line that you fed me here. I was just about to look into it. Your name still lights up my phone like nothing ever broke, but all it does now is remind me how easy it was for you to leave. Does it remind me of how?
I'll grab some lyrics for you.
I feel like that's going to be too many syllables for 4/4 time. I could be wrong, but um, actually, if we split this and then we can break up the uh, I wish this box was a little bit bigger. Does this help? There we go. So all it does is remind me how it was easy for you to leave. We can change the rhythm pattern here at this point for verse two. Verse
Do you have a
two.
chorus yet?
No.
I'll
Just
send you
just
chorus.
like
Hang on,
you, I
I'll go ahead
wasn't
and prompt
prepared.
it. So
This one here, I feel like we need
I'm sure.
to actually not gently. Did I? What was the first prompt? Gently spoken. This one here, we're gonna put singing um, gradually getting more intense. Let's do that. Whoops. Gradually. Easy. Darn it. Hold on. Now just easy. It was for you to leave. Get
And you
in.
can change. I just mostly put something in here so that you could add to it or change what I've written. But
Yeah,
there's a
no,
chorus.
100%. What do we got? We need a couple more lines for this verse, but
You doing? I wish I could see that.
yeah, it's not gonna be easy for you to see. But whoops, that's
I can send you a few.
styles. Let's see. Technically, so we've got a rhyme pattern right now. Oh wait, does this allow me to make anything? Oh, hey, look at that. Nice. Learn something new every day. Haha. Okay, so we've got your name still lights up my phone like nothing ever broke, but all it does is remind me of how easy it was for you to leave. I think this will need to be here.
Well, don't use that one.
This.
Use the last one. I just sent one you there. Click
Oh,
that
you
out.
just send me a new
And
one?
let me see if I can get you. Yeah.
Well, that
Let's
was a
not use that
chorus.
one.
You
Let's
send me the
use the
chorus, right? Okay, I have
yeah,
the
the
chorus
chorus.
in.
Yeah,
The
send me the
chorus
chorus.
is in there.
I'll send you a
Okay.
here. We here's one. Here's a good one
The second
we can
verse.
do that will explain why we're using a flute. So hang tight. Yeah, I got you.
uh,
We meant to do it this way. We had all intentions,
yeah.
and this is where we are. So I'm gonna
This
send
is
you
hey, this is how it
this real quick,
goes. This is how it goes.
and who knows? We'll see.
Verse
Here we go.
2. Oh, there we go.
It's probably not all
Oh,
going to be real
I
cohesive,
like
but
that.
there we go.
I like
Yeah,
that.
right. So
The ceiling hums in minor key. Now I don't have pitch perfect or perfect pitch, so I would not have pitch perfect. Anna Kendrick's gonna show up and be all hee. I don't have perfect pitch, so I don't know exactly what my ceiling hums in, but I like the flow. Flute cries soft.
I'm just sending you what I've
Let's put
got.
softly. Where you used to be, I trace your name in passing cars, short-lived wishes, shooting stars, and that's 2, 4, 5. That might actually.
How many more verses do you needing?
Oh no, that's 2, 4. No, that's good. That's good. I like that. So first verse, second verse, we got a chorus.
Do I need
Um,
a third verse?
yeah, let's pick up a third verse here and see, or maybe even you know
Okay.
what? Let's put a bridge. Let's put a bridge.
Okay. I got you. You want to try this one?
Yeah, let's go with a bridge. Maybe let's see here, bridge. I'm going
Oops,
to
sorry.
pull a
I hit
little
it
rock
or
move out of this, and I'm going to put it in halftime, right down to
structure
halftime.
this a little bit better. I'm gonna
Let's see what
restructure
it
this one
does
for
with
you. So
this. Okay. Oh yeah, let's put some reverb. Breakdown to halftime with reverb. Excuse me. Um, Reverb swims in empty space, echo warnings, your old face. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just hate what loving you can do. Love it.
and I'm just throwing this out here as possible another verse. It's just again, I'm typing my if I copy and paste it, it's messing up where everything goes. So
Nope, that's
you will
fine.
have to
That's fine.
adjust that. And I'm certainly not going to put parentheses since it hates me with that. So no, let's not do that
It's okay. It's
because
part of the
it'll just
fun.
mess everything up. It'll be Sarah just talking into the computer. Here we go. But there's a few
The
to
best
choose
things come
from
out.
that might help.
Let's see. You know what? I will just yeah. Let me throw that in. Let me throw that in. Bridge, and then we'll do verse 3. Now, verse 3, I'll change these parentheses just so it doesn't think that it's a prompt and it's going to try and figure out what verse 3 is supposed to sound like. And
You know what this
then,
has taught me?
yeah,
this has taught me that I write too many of my own lyrics because chat's pretty good at this.
It can be,
I'm like,
to be fair,
dang,
it can
that's
be.
pretty good.
It,
That's so
like
much
I,
better
s-
than what I've written before. Good grief.
like I
So
say, the
yeah, no,
only
I'm kidding.
issue with chat is it will use things like those commercials. If you listen to those commercials on like TikTok and stuff, those ads, it'll be like,
Hmm.
this product is not like any other product. It always has those kind of very weird little, things that it will
Yeah.
say. And the thing is it
Oh, for
doesn't
sure.
keep track of what it said. So it'll be like, these shoes are not like any other shoes. They can do things that shoes cannot do, and blah blah blah. Unlike all other shoes, and it kind of
Yeah.
just
Starts to
reiterates
sound
its
like a
point.
Dr. Seuss, like Dr. Seuss wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It can be.
My
It
shoe can
can.
do what your shirt can't do. Look what these shoes can do. Yeah, I know.
Right.
It's
I love it. It's funny
and it
though.
and it and it tends to overwrite. I know friends whose kids are using chat for all their papers and things like that, which I know makes every teacher out there cringe.
Yeah, yeah. 100%.
Look, better get used to it. So yeah, trying to teach them how to prompt it so it doesn't do that is been a goal for me with a couple of my friends' kids. So, and I hope they're listening. I
Yeah.
hope they understand they still have control over it because, like we said, you
Reread your
control what you
homework,
want it to
kids.
do.
Yeah.
Right,
Read.
right. You control it. Give it what you want it to do. Then you look at it and you rewrite it in your words, so it comes from you. But
Exactly.
it
All
definitely
right.
encourages, and I think anytime, I mean, it's not any different than reading to be able to write. I mean, you read so that you can write better, and you read so that you learn things that you didn't know. And using AI for things like that gives you a starting place. I see musicians say all the time they have this thing going on in their head, they throw it into Suno, it gives them some ideas. They're not taking literal everything from Suno. They're using it to
Yeah.
increase their own value with their own music. And I think it's a tool. Use it as a tool. Use it to
100%.
make your work and who you are better.
Yeah. We
And I think
use like
this, yeah,
today is not a good indication of what you should be using, but even then, it's not bad. But
sure.
the nice thing about it is that you
Right.
can actually add like tracks and then just have Suno do the mixing and producing, like the real expensive part
Absolutely.
that most people cannot afford to do. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So it's good. Like if you want to release a demo track or anything like that as an actual musician, you can just upload it to Suno and let it do the mixing and the producing, you know, and do that
Yep.
kind of thing, right? Which is nice. I mean, I
Yep.
know we used it a
And
little
then,
fully here, and it's all like, well, technically we're just
yeah,
throwing prompts at a PC and seeing what comes out of it, but it's part of the
sure.
fun. How does
It
this
is
look?
fun.
Can you see my screen? Can you at all see?
I can see it. See it a little bit. It looks like you've got it set up in standard form. You got your
Yeah,
bridge, got your verse three,
I
chorus.
put
Did
an
you, yeah, did
outro.
outro? We're good.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go ahead. Do we want to put? Oh, you know what? Maybe if we put, I don't know if we should, but here I'm gonna put a gently guitar picked intro with a flute overlay. Let's see what happens.
Oh, beautiful.
Let's see what happens.
Do you have to put your
Um.
brackets in there?
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
so
Wait.
worried that
Yes.
they're gonna read it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It tends to not read,
Because only because you're
but sometimes
on
it
the call
will.
with me. If it was just you, it probably would just play what you
Yeah.
said. So
It's okay. Let's
I'm
yeah,
not
and
paranoid
then
or anything.
that's okay. That's fine. Let's do this here. Let's see. Let's go. I'll put this. Yeah, I always get the brackets. I mean, worst case, it's probably just going to be hilarious, whatever it'll spit out if it misreads a bracket. So,
Sure.
all
I'm
right,
ready.
you ready? Your game? We're gonna do it.
I'm
Let's
so ready. Yep.
let's hit create. See what comes out. I still have 2,300 credits, so we got time. See what goes. Then we'll have to name these songs after. I hope
Oh yeah.
Joe's still here. This is all Joe's idea. I hope he didn't leave.
Well, and Joe is the king of broken heart writing. He is
Is
the
he? Oh,
emotional sponge. Yeah, he is that's his music is very emotional, very experience led and very genuine.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, he doesn't just throw lyrics into it sometimes when he's mad like I do, and mine's mostly like a furious fight with whatever's going on in my head. Oh, and then I can put it to music. That makes it better.
Yeah.
So
Nope. Exactly. All right. I like to let it finish because otherwise sometimes it might play us 30 seconds and
yeah,
then
it'll stop and
stop.
restart the song in the middle of it
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, patience can
Yeah.
be a virtue with that. The covers aren't so bad, so quick to come back, but the initial generation is always a little longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Do you cover a lot? Like, do you recover a lot of your own?
Oh, that's exactly how I build the bridges. I mean, I'm sorry, how I build the prompts, and reading my screen.
Okay.
That's exactly how I build the prompts. Is I will keep a singular prompt for a specific um, genre, like I started with the rap with that, and then
Hmm.
on top of that, I'll add things that I think might sound good, and I do it singularly, and so I'll generate probably 10 covers of it, just trying to build it to where it includes what I want it to include. And sometimes I have to go into the actual lyrics and change around where they're written, how they're written, if there's punctuation or spacing that isn't hitting right. Um, and I'm sure there's a
Gotcha.
simpler way to do that. Again, let's remember that I've only been doing this for less than 4 months, so I'm sure that I'll get a plethora of information from people that have been doing this for a while
Yeah.
on how to prompt that more clearly the first time. But
Gotcha.
yeah, for me, I never use all my credits, so I wish I could donate. There should be like a credit pool because I know there's
Right?
people out there that would
Should be.
desperately need them.
And then, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or you can like ask for a refund based on credits or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'm
Can
gonna
it
try
carry
and
over?
share my other screen with you. I know this didn't work the first time,
Sure.
but I'm gonna try it so that you can listen to it. But otherwise, do you have the stream going so
Yeah,
that
I
we
have
could?
it
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay.
I
Perfect.
do. I have
Well,
it
that
here.
okay. Never mind. I won't mess with what's working then.
Yeah, don't mess with your
Uh,
settings. We're good.
all
I told
right.
you. You got it. Yeah, don't mess with
Awesome.
your settings. Yeah, see, I can hear myself talking again. It's
Okay.
terrifying.
Perfect. Perfect. If you
Okay,
do
I may
that,
take my
just
headset off just
yeah,
for a minute.
yeah. I was gonna say make sure that your at least your microphone is muted because it will backtrack
Yep,
in. But
it'll
yeah, let's go
backtrack.
ahead and
Let
listen
me do that.
to what we got, and then we'll go from there. So the first one here is called verse one.
Clouds and sky gray as can be. Dreaming of you still here with me. Your mug is still by the sink, upside down, like it's waiting for your hands to come around. We painted dreams on these paper thin walls. Now every color just quietly falls. The ceiling hums in a minor key. A flute cries softly where you used to be. I trace your name in passing cars. Short-lived wishes, shooting stars. I'm learning how to miss you like a song that fades at night. You left without a sound or a spark. Now I'm dancing with the dark. If loving you was falling apart, I'm still breaking broken hearts. Reverb swims in empty space. Echoes wearing your old face. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just hate what loving you can do. Soft drums fade, the night exhales your name. Dissolves into the rails. I stay here, dreaming in the dark. Still whole, but broken heart. I'm learning how to miss you like a song that fades at night. You left without a sound or a spark. breaking broken hearts.
Uh, all right.
Okay, so I never thought I would dance to a flute. There's a new one. Here we go. I'm dancing to a flute
I didn't
badly,
think I
but
would
still.
headbang to
Yeah.
one either, to be honest.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was it totally messed up the lyrics, by the way, if anybody was listening and paid attention.
Yeah.
It threw the bridge halfway through somewhere on verse 2, and then it, like, I think it completely left out, or I think it left out the bridge or something. I don't know. It just, yeah, but it was funny. All right. I guess we'll listen to number 2, and then we'll see which one wins, and if you
Perfect.
get any ideas for anything you want to change, and we can regen it. I think we have some time, so let's go ahead and listen
Okay.
to this one, see what happens.
All right, muting you.
Okay. Oh, well, this one's on beyond.
Clouds and sky gray as can be, dreaming of you still here with me. Your mug is still by the sink, upside down, like it's waiting for your hands to come around. We painted dreams on these paper thin walls. Now every color just quietly falls. A ceiling hums in minor key, a flute cries softly where you used to be. I trace your name in passing cars, short-lived wishes, shooting stars. I'm learning how to miss you like a song that fades at night. You left without a sound or a spark. Now I'm dancing with the dark. If loving you was falling apart, I'm still breaking broken hearts.
Well, I know which one I like better,
I never
for
thought
sure.
I'd have the Bee Gees join in on an indie song at the end.
Yeah, very much that. That's a great analogy, for sure.
I was just
Yes.
waiting for the ah, kind of high pitched backup
How
vocals
deep
there.
is your love? Yeah. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
so which one do you think? We got to name these though. Let's find a name for
Hey,
these here.
the one I can play the one I don't like and the one I do like. That would be the first one. The first one I don't care for that much, but the second one I liked. I
Yeah.
liked that one.
So the
Would I
first one
listen
that
to
we
it?
played, you
I
mean?
think
All
so.
right. So this
Yeah, the
one's the
first one that we
winner.
played I didn't love.
Okay.
The second one I loved.
So this one's the winner. That's
Well,
great.
loved maybe a little.
What are we gonna name this thing? Let's name it
Hmm.
Broken Heart.
Yeah, that's original.
Yeah.
And we'll just go with that.
There you
And
go.
honestly, I don't know enough about ambient music. I have a friend who that's all he produces. He's probably cringing right now thinking that it's not ambient music, but that's okay. That's okay. We are trying here
Listen, this
and
is
we
what
get an A for
Suno gave
effort.
us. This is what Suno gave us.
Yeah.
What can I
It's not my
say?
fault. In chat, I didn't even write the lyrics. So if they're horrible, not my fault. So
I'm thinking. So I like it, but I want to maybe. Let's see. Let's remove. And I think this is going to just. If we remove this ambient ambient music with indie,
yeah, perfect.
and remove the word fusion. Call it.
Yep.
There you go. And now,
Yeah, maybe it'll more distinct the style more.
yeah,
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
agreed.
We've got too many periods here too. I think too many periods. I find that punctuation seems to really throw it off.
Oh, punctuation's huge. Yeah, for sure.
I want to regen.
It'll definitely wreck
I
it.
think I'll just get rid of verse 3. It seems like verse 3. I don't know. I don't notice it, so I don't know if it's
Making it
skipping it or if I'm just not hearing it. But just to shorten it a little
which one
bit.
is that? Yeah, just make it shorter. That'll
Yeah,
work.
there. Let's try that, and let's
Not my
see.
lyrics. Trash those things.
Right? It's okay.
We have 2 choruses right
It's
in a row, or how are we doing? Do
yeah.
we need to
Well,
live to have a
no, it's
chorus
bridge and then
following it?
chorus. So yeah. So
That's okay.
it's
That's
got
good. No,
verse.
you're good. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure there was a yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Sorry.
And no. Hey, don't worry if there's anything that you
Editor and me. So yeah.
anything you want to change, right?
No, I think that's great. No,
I
it's
I
great.
think it's
It's I the
completely ignoring the gentle drum part of it. So let's make it more clear. Like the drums get really intense near the end. It's all like
yeah.
that's all you can
Yeah, and
hear.
it's a little pop. Yeah, it's a little pop.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised it
You
hasn't
could
gone
you know
country
what I
though.
do sometimes is if you capitalize gentle in all capitals, it'll
Oh yeah.
for whatever reason it'll pick
I'll
that
pick
up.
it up on it. There you go. Gentle drums.
Yeah.
Like I have
Or
to
even
yell at
place
it.
it first.
Yell
Yeah,
at it.
rearranging what you really want to get out of this gen,
Yeah.
too. If you wanted the gentle drums to be a more significant thing, you could
Let's see if removing this will help
move that to
as
the front.
well. Gentle drums, intimate, dreamy, slightly quirky use of flute. Yeah, the flute got really intense there in the second one.
Yeah, that
Um,
flute's I
that
yeah. Maybe add an adjective to that one if you wanted to tone it down some.
well, the thing is, this
Low key
says
flute.
yeah.
I don't know. It's up to you. I jam to the flute. We're good.
Yeah, no, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind it. I
Never
think
jammed
it's
to a flute
great.
before, so
No, first
all my
time for
flutists
everything.
out there are like,
This,
"What do you mean? I jam to a flute daily." Yes,
yeah,
well,
yeah. This is what happens when you
like,
come and hang out on live frequency. You start jamming the flutes, and I feel like that flute
apparently it'll
is going to
change
be
your
stuck
world.
in my head now. Like that's going to be such an earworm. If I listen to that one more time, I think I'll be whistling that flute line. Um, so
Lucky are those who can whistle, because mine's gonna sound really horrible.
yeah,
So,
I want to
excellent.
I want to remove this, um,
Okay,
just from the
make it shorter.
chorus. Yeah. Well, I find like it doesn't seem to know what to do with these two lines, and then it has to throw like a
Mhm.
minor note in there to try and make it somehow.
Mhm.
So let's see if we can help it. There.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what this gives now. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. See what happens.
All right. Yeah, it's crazy. You never know because you think you're putting like the smallest change into it and it'll just totally kick out something you liked
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
create something that you're like, no, did I say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, it helps you in your, see, AI is good. Use AI for good. If you can learn how to talk to the computer, your interpersonal skills will get better as well because everything that comes out of your mouth or that you type, you're thinking. So
Yeah.
when people say you're
Exactly.
not thinking, you really are thinking. If you're using AI correctly, you're going to be thinking. It's not going
Hmm.
to replace your brain.
No, and for this is I like showing this part of life or of the whole project because there's a lot of
Hmm.
hate out there. People are like, "You're just throwing prompts at a computer," and it's like, yeah, but
Yeah.
not really. Like, you got to fight with it a little bit, you know. And I think a lot
Yeah,
of
sure.
the
And
AI
I get
music
that.
hate is only because they can't associate somebody with it. I think that's where a lot of it comes from,
Oh, and see, and
right?
that's where I don't even I don't even see the real conflict because
No,
people
that's
are they want to adore. They want to have somebody to actually give them something of themselves, and that kind of star idol is never going to change. I mean, look at
you're
Taylor Swift.
right. You're
I mean,
right.
she's a perfect example, and that it's across the board. I mean, whether it's you know music or anything else, we need they want leaders, and AI music's great. It's fun to listen to. Great background music. It's fun,
Yeah, it's true.
and but it's the need we need the human element, and for sure musicians have the advantage because they
I wonder if
are musicians.
hip hop back in, now I'm a mid '80s baby, so I don't have
Mm.
too much to go based off of, I guess. And so I don't know if somebody might know the answer to this, but I wonder if like in the '80s, early '80s, when hip hop was starting to come out and they had all that sampling, so like Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer and all them had all the sampling going on in the background. I wonder if they also
Mhm.
faced a lot of what AI musicians face today, where they get that you don't really create music. It's like, well, technically they
Oh, I
did,
think with
like they kind of did the
any
same thing, I
introduction of
guess.
technology, yeah,
Yeah, so I wonder if they
for
got as
sure. I
much
think
backlash.
the I'm sure they did. Tech is not something that's ever been real loved. I mean, if
No,
you talk to any musician, they will tell you with the introduction of any kind of pedals or, you know, autotune, those kind of things. Yeah,
auto tune was a big one.
it's
Yeah.
they don't want that, but but lucky are those that can raw produce music that is absolutely perfect first go. So,
Yeah,
and you know,
that's true.
and then you're talking about a subjective response from people as to whether they even like it. You can't expect for everyone to love your AI music any more than you would your real music, and
That's true.
you got to find your audience, find your people, because not everybody's going to love what you love, but if it's
Well,
good, it's good, you know.
well,
But I do think
we'll
that
find out.
there needs to be a human element.
Yes.
Yeah, well, ours may not be. Okay, okay.
We'll see.
Okay, we may be on the not good side, but let's see. You might be jamming to
You
this
never
flute.
know.
You
You
just don't
never
know. We
know,
have people now introduced to maybe putting flutes in their new
right?
Suno songs. We may have created a whole wave of
Create a whole trend.
new AI music.
The
Yeah.
flute. All right.
That's
So yeah, let's see what we got. This is the first one. It's
Here
a
we
short
go.
one. Let's see if what big changes
Okay.
we made.
Okay.
Ooh.
Clouds and sky gray as can be. Dreaming of you still here with me. Your mug is still by the sink, upside down, like it's waiting for your hands to come around. We painted dreams on these paper thin walls. Now every color just quietly falls. The ceiling hums a minor key. softly where you used to be. I trace your name in passing cars, short-lived wishes, shooting stars. I'm learning how to miss you like a song that fades at night. You left without a sound or spark. Now I'm dancing with the dark. Reverb swims in empty space, echoes wearing your old face. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just hate what loving you can do. I'm learning how I miss you like a song that fades all night. You left without a sound or spark. Now I'm dancing with the
That was very elevatory music.
You
I liked
know,
it though.
I feel like that was a lot more ambient than the
Yes.
first
Yeah, I
two.
feel like you
Like
pulled
that
that for
pulled in
sure.
nice. I love the
Again, all
bass.
the
I think
ambient creators are out there cringing.
yeah, I think the bass was like really overpowering, but I totally loved it because
Yeah.
that's exactly how I would play bass. It was just like such basic notes with the nice little riffs and fills. Totally loved
Mhm.
it. I don't know if it was part of, I've never really heard that predominant of bass in indie music before, but it could have been the indie music I listened to. So, but that wasn't bad.
That wasn't horrible.
Oh,
No.
again, it's got that really hummy flute that I'll probably be whistling for the next week.
Yeah, there's your
Like,
yeah, you're gonna be singing that one.
yeah, 100%.
Right.
All right, let's listen to the second one and see what we get
Okay.
now.
All right.
Oh, nice little guitar.
Clouds and sky gray as can be, dreaming of you still here with me. Your mug is still by the sink, upside down, like it's waiting for your hands to come around. We painted dreams on these paper thin walls. Now every color just quietly falls. The ceiling hums a minor key. The flute cries softly where you used to be. I trace your name in passing cars, short-lived wishes, shooting stars. I'm learning how to miss you like a song that fades at night. You left without a sound or spark. Now I'm dancing with the
Lots of
Your verb swims in empty
Yeah.
space, echoes wearing your old face. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just hate what loving you can do. I'm learning how to miss you like a song that fades at night. You left me without a sound or spark. Now I'm dancing with the
I easily could have pictured Passenger singing that. Little higher pitched British voice there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some glitches. I couldn't tell if it was my headphones or if it was actual glitches from the actual output, but you're hearing like stops in the AI
Um.
connection.
No, that might have been the Discord connection
Okay,
because
gotcha.
it was pretty like pretty good,
Okay.
smooth on my end.
Yeah, it's hard
So
for me to tell on this side, right?
yeah, yeah, it is. I agree. Um, but
So
without
which one do you
the
like better?
I I don't know. That one I'm a little more torn to be honest, but I think the second one is still the winner.
I agree, and I'm gonna just ask out there to the Suno users, because this is what I find almost always is that it's not the first gen that they put out to you
Yeah.
that I like. It's usually the second. It's almost never the first one. So I'm wondering, if that's something that's across the board for everybody, or is it just me and our
Yeah.
ambient songs? So
Um
ambient indie.
honestly, I think if and I mean like I've done, and again this was me testing prompts, but obviously every pair is a different prompt. Um I think you might be onto something. I don't know too many where the first one I was just like, yeah. Cuz again, here it was
Mhm.
like it was the top one for each one, right? These are the ones
Mhm.
that we did with Tim.
Mhm. Right.
And then it seems to be the same type of pattern with the ones we just did, where it's the top ones.
Yeah,
Oops.
I'd love to know. I'd love to know
So,
the reasoning behind that with the way that it's
mhm.
producing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if any Suno
Wonder what it
users are,
changes. If anybody
yeah,
knows,
if
let me
anybody,
know.
yeah, exactly. Please feel free to let us know. But, well, I mean, anything anything you want to try before we call it over? Did you have any ideas, last
Um,
moment ideas?
well, I mean, the only thing is a lot of flute. There's a lot of flute in there.
There
If we
is a
could
lot
prompt
of
down the
flute.
flute to being
There
just
is.
in a particular spot or just in the bridge or just something that made sense. But I mean, no, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty much going to be, especially since you've liked a few of the versions, it's going to keep the it's going to keep the flute. It's going to look at what you liked about it, and it's going to hang on to that flute. So,
Yep. Yeah, pretty
but
much.
that,
But
yeah, I liked
yeah.
them. I liked them. I mean, I don't know if they're spot on with what the genres what we've created in our own space here
Nope,
supposed
not
to
at
sound
all.
like, but
Not at all.
but I like them. Yeah, I don't think so, but I do think it's a cool mix, and yeah, I just don't know which one people are gonna like
I don't
better.
know. I didn't. Hold on. Ah, I broke something. Ah, what are you doing, Suna? Stop it. There, I wanted to name this one. Sorry. Yeah, no, for sure. Let us know which one you thought was better. Um, I'm gonna put these in the playlist. So there is a playlist, by the way. If you do go to the Suno live frequency Suno page, and if you, I'll put them up there too, Sarah. So if you want to listen to them again, they'll be
Okay.
there. The two that we liked
Well,
anyway
I'm
will be
still
in there.
listening to them, and they're not even playing.
Yeah, But yeah,
They'll live forever.
otherwise, if yeah, I think we've reached the end of this one. Any last minute words you want to share with the audience, or anything you want to
No, thank
plug?
you guys
Anything
for
you're working
all.
on? Plug away.
Yeah,
This
well,
is your time.
I'm working on a new one. Yeah, I'm about to release some more songs. Been an experimental prompt thing. Like I said, I've been on this stealing parts of people's prompts, so and introducing it because gets boring producing the same thing over and over again, even if I'm all in it for consistency. I've tried with this particular album to mm, add some weird stuff in there, and I think it's pretty fun. So yeah, it's going to come out in a few days. So yeah, and just thanks for any
Okay.
input that anyone has, and if they want to friend me on my Facebook creator page, that would be great. Because anytime anybody can share anything, insight into anything, I'd love it. That would be fantastic.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, hey, I do want to thank anyone who was watching, who did input and all that fun stuff. Thank you for being here. Thank you again, Sarah, for being here. This was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite. I do.
No worries. And if you do ever pop up anything else or you want to come back around, just let me know. I will definitely, love to have you again.
It's great.
So, but otherwise,
Sounds
we'll
wonderful.
say goodbye to everyone. And I want to thank everybody. So we'll one more time just play the little intro here before we end it. And here it goes.
Let the fans take the wheel.